Okay, so doing my little end of day wrappy-uppy video here, and I'm doing it in my fun little alcove in my room. I took a video from over there of it, so you'll see it after this video. And I'm gonna make it kind of short. I always say that, and then it ends up not being short, but I'm gonna make it short because I'm holding my arm up in the air because this alcove is shaped, it's a circle. So I'm laying in this little like circly hoopter right now. Okay, anyways. Good day, perfect day. I don't know, maybe you're getting tired of me saying that, but I'm just gonna keep saying it. As long as it is, right? Yeah, smooth sailing this morning, aside from my clothes being soaking wet, and they're actually still stupid wet. I hung them up when I unpacked here, and they're still wet, so kind of annoyed. And I don't have a radiator here now that I learned about radiators. Maybe I need to talk to the hotel and see if they have a laundry service or whatever. Maybe I'll just have everything washed and dried and just get it super duper clean instead of my hand washing clean. Let me think. Okay, packed, train, smooth sailing, comfy seat, nice ride, pretty views. It's starting to feel redundant. Let me think of something that was different today. I mean, if I'm bored with my own videos, I can't imagine how the rest of you feel. I had a really good burger at this place called Le Burger right across the street. Fried egg, cheese, barbecue sauce. It's a good burger. Then I decided to go for like a 3.5 mile walk up along and back along the river. Lovely stroll. Yeah, just good evening. I'm having some thoughts though. Maybe I'll share thoughts. This trip, while fun and travel-y and seeing cool sights and stuff, is also a journey for me. Figuring out how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, processing my grief about my brother, processing how I handle stress, how I deal with adversity, just who am I, who do I want to be. I'm getting very deep into myself. That was part of the goal of this trip, was to really just be on my own, where I don't have anyone with any expectations of me on a daily basis, so that I can truly process what it is I love and what I want to do and how I feel. And I've been processing that, and it's day 41? How is that even possible that I'm almost halfway through this thing? And I've definitely come to some revelations. Nothing I'm ready to talk about in that way yet, but I'm having a little bit of a panic about, I guess, I mean, it occurred to me, but not on any sort of cognitive level. I think it was subconscious, but that these changes in my life that I might want to make, whether it's career or living place or, you know, any number of things, it isn't just me. And if I make these changes in my life, then changes relationships, changes friendships and dynamics. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I'm already feeling that. And I don't know who watches this. I don't know which ones of my friends or coworkers or whatever are actually watching this, so I can't really speak to any specific person or situation that's going through my mind right now. I just feel like I'm on the other side of the world and everyone's doing their thing at home. And when I get back, if I'm different, then that means we're different. It's kind of freaking me out. Am I getting too deep? Is this even making sense, or is this just in my head and I'm making myself even more confused talking about it? All right, anyways, I swore this was going to be a short video, and it's already almost 5 minutes, and my arm is tired from holding it up in the air. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to a palace and another concert. Excited about that. And then I have 2 days that I have not figured out what I'm going to do with yet. So looking forward to those too. All right, so I'm leaving Salzburg. Kind of sad about it. I'm always a little bit sad leaving one place and excited for the next one, but this is like the most beautiful, calm, perfect sized town, kind people. She's just amazing. Didn't get out for a walk like I planned this morning. I slept, but then kind of not well. All my clothes that I washed were still soaking wet, so I had to like rehang them, try to use the blow dryer for the worst parts of it. And even still, I had to pack a bunch of wet stuff, so figuring out how to pack everything and keep some stuff dry and wet and whatever. So, long story short, my lazy butt didn't get up and go for a walk this morning. Hold on. Herd of kids. Heading to the train station now to head to Vienna. Spoke to my friend Helga yesterday. She was originally planning on meeting me in Vienna for a few days. Unfortunately, she had to cancel, so I'm on my own. Maybe I'll get to see her in Amsterdam. We're trying to re-coordinate and see if we can get together when I'm in Amsterdam. We'll see. Like I've said on other videos, just going with the flow. Would have been nice to see her, but I'll be fine. I did cancel one of my tours while in Vienna because what I realized during this Salzburg visit is how much I enjoyed just wandering around Hallstatt and looking at the beautiful scenery and nature, and had a similar experience when I went wandering about Lake Lucerne and found that castle, Megenhorn. So I thought, why not have a day or even maybe 2 days where I take a train to a small town outside of the city and wander about and just hike and be in nature instead of worrying so much about, oh, I have to see all the history and I have to see all the buildings and I have to, you know, do all that stuff. So working on making a couple changes to my itinerary, and that's where I'm at. So gonna hop on the train here and head to Vienna. I've also had one of the girls I met yesterday, MK, she says she doesn't book her trains until the day of. And while that makes me a little bit nervous as far as, oh no, what if there isn't a train or something? I feel like even though doing these middle of the day trains works out from a hotel check-in, check-out perspective, it kind of takes away most of a day in either of the cities that I'm traveling from or to. So if I have the hotel stow my luggage in the hotel that I'm leaving and take a later train, then I get to the new city and I just kind of check into the hotel and get to bed, instead of feeling like I only get a few hours in the morning or a few hours in the evening, and then I don't end up actually doing anything. So I'm gonna rethink this for Germany, maybe on my next train. Maybe check out of the hotel but have them stow my luggage, take a train at 3 or so and get to the next city at 7 or 8 and check into the hotel. See how that goes. So anyways, that's a long video for the morning, but it's travel day and I don't usually have a lot of exciting things to post as far as pictures go. So here we are, walking up to the train station, nice short walk, and off to Vienna I go. Didn't know this before coming to Salzburg, but Red Bull company headquarters is here near Salzburg. A lot of Red Bull everywhere you go here. And a whole section on Mozart chocolate. How fun is that? All right, I made it to Vienna. Gonna look for the subway, just got off the train. met a lovely girl who grew up in Salzburg and parents still live there, and she lives in Vienna, and she helped me not get on the wrong train. They were doing some sort of maintenance and they made an announcement that they were canceling one train, and I almost got on that one. So thankful to strangers and kind people yet again. And now I just have to navigate a new city and figure out where my hotel is and, you know, find the subway and all that good schniz. So I will keep you posted. I get right off the subway and this is the very first thing that I see as I come out of the station. What a way to be welcomed to a new city. This is beautiful. Okay, I just looked at the hotel pictures on Expedia and they have circle windows, so I wonder if this is my hotel. Looks pretty fun and it's only a block from that pretty church. Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't the one with the little tiny circle windows. It's this one with all the circle windows. How fun is that? Okay, I typically only film my hotel room for my friend Sherry because she enjoys seeing them. But because this window is too freaking cool, I'm going to put this in my regular video that everybody sees. How fun is this? Okay, and then it looks up. There is the sister hotel to the one I'm staying at, Hotel Topaz. That's Hotel LeMay, and they share that rooftop bar. And so they gave me drink vouchers, and I'm gonna check that out later, but I just really think this window is super duper cool. Late lunch, early dinner, patio table, people watching. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this, but we're on a river. There's a pool. And then there's a deck up above with everybody wearing bathing suits and schniz. And then there's the bar. This is Vienna. So they have these cutouts. 2 staircases leading down to the water every, I don't know, 25, 50 yards or so. And I've seen people just sitting and eating. I've seen couples with blankets having a picnic. I've seen multiple people just with books, just sitting on their own reading, sitting on the steps. Just a nice vibe here in Vienna so far. Had a really yummy cheeseburger, like really yummy, like very well made, delicious cheeseburger. Hugo Spritz. Sat on a patio and people watched. Now I'm just going for a little stroll. It's 85 degrees and lovely. There's all kinds of like little bars and restaurants along the river here, kind of like in Paris. It just doesn't have the same, I don't know, busy feeling of Paris. It's definitely more metropolitan than Salzburg was. But it's not so much your Paris and your Zurich. Feels more low-key. A lot of scooters, a lot of bikes. Yeah, so far I like it. It's a ton of graffiti, but in Italy the graffiti was just words and kind of ugly. Here the graffiti is very artsy. Okay, so the trail has now morphed from wide concrete trail with bars and things by it everywhere to narrow, gravelly trail surrounded by vegetation. Lots of butterflies, so you know that makes me happy. Reminds me of the Highline Canal. Walking with my Kelly on our strolls in Highlands Ranch in Littleton. Probably a bit much at this point, but yet another on the bridge looking down at the river video, because, you know, now that I've done one in all the cities, or multiple in all the cities, I feel like now I have to do them, because, I don't know, lacks consistency. Okay, so I keep this little foldable bag in my purse just in case I ever need it. I've never needed it. I'm very excited that I had it with me just now when I stopped to get something for breakfast tomorrow and some water. The hotel breakfast at this hotel, which is a beautiful hotel, is 25 euros. So I've decided I don't need a 25 euro breakfast. So I just bought myself a little like cream Danish sort of loaf thing to have in the morning and some water. And my tour, I don't have to leave until 9:30. So happy day, sleeping in, vegging, and I'm just really happy to have used my little bag.